The conference will now be recorded.
The one that was.
I am calling the regular council meeting of Monday, September 15th, 2025 to order.
Councilmember Courier.
Here.
Councilmember Hollinshead.
Here.
Mayor Johnson.
Here.
Councilmember Mitchell.
Here.
And Mayor Pro Tem Walter.
Here. Please rise for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda as printed. Approved by Mayor Pro Tem, seconded by Hollinshead. Any discussion?
Councilmember Courier.
Aye.
Councilmember Hollinshead.
Aye.
Mayor Johnson.
Aye.
Councilmember Mitchell.
Aye.
And Mayor Pro Tem Walter.
Aye.
Any modifications to the agenda this evening? Approval of the minutes of regular session September 2nd, 2025. Any corrections, additions? They'll stand as printed. We're down to 5 public comments. Citizens appearing before council on agenda and non-agenda items shall be allowed a maximum of 5 minutes each to address their concerns. This is the only time during a council meeting that citizens are allowed to address the council. Please come to the podium, state your name and address. Online comments will be accepted after in-person comments are completed, and all comments should be directed to the council, not to the audience. Anyone? No public comment this evening. We have no public hearing, so we're down to consent agenda. A, bills to be allowed in the amount of $340,604.93, and authorize Mayor Johnson and Clerk Soik to sign the warrant. B, approval of the budget amendment to request to transfer $467 from the Treasurer Department of the General Fund to the Elections Department for continuing education. C, approval of a noise ordinance variance request for Joe's Bar on September 20th, 2025 from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. D, mayoral appointment of Mary Thurston Eagan to the Compensation Committee for a 6-year term to expire on September 5th, 2031. E, cast votes for Michelle LaVoy, appointee Clerk-Treasurer, City of Monroe, and Josh Meringa, appointee Councilmember in the City of Grandville, to serve as the directors of the Michigan Municipal League Liability and Property Pool for a 3-year term beginning January 1st, 2026. F, approval of a cemetery deed number 0328 by and between the City of Alpena and Judy Diatel, and the sum of $750 for Block 42, Lot 20, and for the use and purpose of a burial lot with perpetual care, and authorize Mayor Johnson and Clerk Soik to sign said deed. G, approval of a cemetery deed number 0329 by and between the City of Alpena and David J. Meyer, and the amount of $1,510 for Block 41, lots 138 and 139, for the use and purpose of a burial lot with perpetual care, and authorize Mayor Johnson and Clerk Soik to sign said deed. H, approval of the cemetery deed number 0330 by and between the City of Alpena and Kenneth Hubbard, and the amount of $755 for Block 40, Lot 188, for the use and purpose of a burial lot with perpetual care, and authorize Mayor Johnson and Clerk Soik to sign said deed. I, approval of an amendment to the agreement between the Michigan Department of Natural Resources and the City of Alpena for the Michigan Natural Resource Trust Fund Grant number TF21-0168 to extend the date of the project to 7/31/2025 to allow for more time to complete the Bayview Park Restroom and Pavilion project, and authorize Mayor Cindy Johnson to sign this amendment and any future amendments as needed. Entertain a motion to accept the consent agenda.
I move we approve the consent agenda and pay the bills in the amount of $340,604.93 and authorize Mayor Johnson and Clerk Soik to sign the warrant.
Second.
Okay, so we have a motion by Danny and a second by Nick Pro Tem. Can I just ask a question? Is there a reason why you repeated the bill to be allowed amount? Did I say it wrong? No, okay. Okay. Any discussion besides what I just said? Yeah.
Councilmember Hollinshead,
Aye.
Mayor Johnson,
Aye.
Councilmember Mitchell,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Walchuk,
Aye.
Councilmember Freer.
Thank you. We have no presentations. So we're down to announcements. Trick or treat hours in the city of Alpena will be on Friday, October 31st from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. We have two proclamations this evening, and I'm going to start with the Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And anyone who's here for that, when I'm done reading this, will come up and take a picture. Whereas October 2025 is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and whereas National Breast Cancer Awareness Month is a platform for educating women about the importance of early detection of breast cancer through mammography and other methods, and whereas an estimated 376,030 new cases of breast cancer will be diagnosed in American women during 2025, and about 42,170 women will die this year from the disease. And whereas detection of breast cancer at an early stage greatly improves the chances for successful treatment and survival. And whereas the Zonta Club of Alpena remains dedicated to educating and empowering women to take charge of their own breast health, and have organized the 18th annual Zonta Walk for women to take place on Saturday, October 4th, 2025. Now, therefore, I, Cindy Johnson, by the virtue of the authority vested in me as the mayor of the city of Alpena, do hereby proclaim October 2025 as a Breast Cancer Awareness Month in Alpena, and encourage all area residents to take part and be aware of this occasion in our community.
I can help with ourselves. Sure.
Yes,
Yeah.
We'll see.
She's all good. She's all good.
Yeah.
They're so cute.
Great.
Good job.
Thank you.
Our next proclamation is for Hunger Heroes Days. Whereas September is Hunger Action Month, a nationwide campaign begun by Feeding America to encourage people to take action to end hunger. And whereas the food insecurity rate in Alpena County in 2023 was almost triple the statewide rate, and whereas our Hunger Heroes are the frontline workers in this ongoing fight to end hunger in our community, and whereas our Hunger Heroes are actually saving the lives of our children, families, and elders. They run the program, secure financial support, recruit volunteers, prepare meals, pack boxes, etc. In short, they do whatever it takes to save a life. Now, therefore, I, Cindy Johnson, by the virtue of the authority vested in me as mayor of the city of Alpena, do hereby proclaim September 20th, 2025 as Hunger Heroes Day in Alpena, and recognize in recognition of the work to eradicate hunger and to our continued support of them. Together we can turn compassion into impact and ensure no one goes hungry. So
Thank you.
Bravo.
it's just us.
It just does.
Sorry.
Thank you.
That was nice. Thank you.
Now we're down to report of officers. So we'll do the council committee reports. I started with Kevin last time, I think.
I don't have anything. I haven't had a meeting.
Oh.
I have nothing to report.
Nothing to report. I'm gonna go to.
I have something next time.
Okay.
Yes, very exciting. Yeah, yeah.
Any, do you have anything?
No, I didn't.
No. Okay, and I'll save mine for when we have more to report on. For a second. That being said, we're moving on. We have no communications, no unfinished business. We have new business. 2026 firework display agreement. And we have Chief Robert Edmund here. Right here.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Andy can't be here. He's at training, so I'll kind of fill in the blanks a little bit. So to ensure we have the best possible fireworks show this year, similar to last year, city staff have been working diligently to secure a company and a date for the 2026 event. The Alpena Chamber of Commerce has been responsible for raising the $25,000 needed for the fireworks display over the past few years. The city of Alpena acts as the chamber's fiduciary for the event, signing the fireworks contract and paying the vendor. No direct city funds are used for the fireworks display. However, city staff are utilized to support the event, including police, fire, and the Department of Public Works. This year, we reached back out to our vendor from last year and requested a proposal for the 2026 event. We did ask to be moved to the July 4th, but there's no availability at this time. It is possible in the future years we could get back to a July 4th event. Looking at the proposal, we considered the proposed date, the length of the show, and whether they were willing to shoot the display from barges, again, out in the bay, weather permitting, of course. After careful review of the proposal, I'm recommending the same vendor as last year, small town Saturday night fireworks for the 2026 event. Chief Edmonds and I were present at this event and observed the show's safety procedures and noted that it proceeded without any concerns. I am recommending, as the Community Risk Reduction Officer and Deputy Chief, that the City Council approve the proposal for small town Saturday night fireworks to deliver a high quality, safe, and visually spectacular display for the community on July 3rd, 2026, as outlined in the attached contract. Their contract also includes comprehensive safety measures and a contingency plan for the inclement weather. Let's have a recommended motion there. So, yes.
And I've gotten just a few questions. We moved it from Bayview
Yes.
down now.
Yes.
And the reason for that is?
Because of the Clearwell projects. So we didn't have enough footage to be able to do that.
Okay.
So I do know that one of the things they are talking with the vendor is a possibility of maybe moving it more towards Blair Street, so everybody can see it a little bit better. So he is willing to look at some options there. Obviously, barges are a big concern because if there's waves, like if you'd have paid attention to what happened the day after the 3rd of July, the waves were 4-foot swells. We never would have been able to shoot it off. So we have to have a land contingency.
Okay. So do we have that on the 3rd, or is that just going to be, are we going to use one of our dates?
I think it's the 3rd with a backup day. I don't know what Andy actually has for a backup day in there, to be honest with you.
The 5th and the 10th, it says.
5th and the 10th. Thank you.
It will never be on land by Michikiris again. I got it.
It could be.
It could be.
There's issues, as I understand it, with the roof of the Clearwell and actually doing damage to that with the fireworks, and there just isn't enough room down there, or clear zone. I think, Steve, did you have anything to add to that about the roof membrane?
No, just confirming it is the roof. It's a membrane roof on the well, so we would be,
Those are just
have it there.
couldn't it?
Yep.
We could do something. I would feel better if it was somewhere else.
The hard part is too with the barges. So once they prep it to go out, on the water, and we can't, it's hard to move them then afterwards, especially if there's any waves. So that's what the concern is. This year, our contingency plan, I think, was to use the old DPI site. So there's land there. So we had an option that was really close that we could make work. So that's really what we got to be careful of, because got to have a 450-foot space clearance all the way around it. So.
Do we have permission? I'm sorry, Kevin. All right, do we have permission from the mulching company to do that over at
DPI.
Last year.
DPI?
Yeah.
It was last year.
Yeah, last year we did. And I'm sure if we decide to keep it in the same location, Andy's intent is to move it a little bit south so we can get more people that can view it a little bit better. in the barges, on the barges. So, but I think the backup probably will be the old DPI land, the dry land.
If they, assuming that they give us permission.
So, assuming they did give us permission, then it would be either on the 5th or the 10th. Is that what I'm hearing? Because they wouldn't just change it from on the 3rd and say, it's not going to be out of the water anymore, or?
If it's just wind
Yeah.
on the 3rd, then we could have it on land. But if it's everything rain, then we would be moving to the 5th.
The 5th, okay.
Right. Yes.
Ware Street would work fine for me. I just sit down at my driveway and look straight down.
How much parking do you have? He would like to come to your place.
Just something to add. Sorry, I don't mean
Oh,
to.
you're good.
We did get some complaints about being able to see them because there were a lot of lower fireworks. And I know that Andy had been working with the company to make sure that we had some that were a lot higher.
Actually, gonna bring that up. That is a possibility where you can actually get ones that go higher.
Possibly.
You can request it, huh?
Yeah, well, the problem is depending on the size of the shell,
Yeah.
because we can't get into an 8-inch shell to go off the barge because it's too big.
Oh, which is why the
An 8-inch shell, so a larger shell diameter.
Yeah.
We can't go to, so I think last year they used 4 and 6-inch shells.
Okay.
If they go to 8-inch, it causes a problem with the barges because they're actually too big.
So they originally had those larger fireworks.
When they were on land, yes.
I see. Okay. 'Cause
So when it used to be at Michikou, we had more larger shells and less smaller shells.
makes
Didn't have to
sense.
worry about sinking the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, we had a lot of interest about that. Is there an ideal place to have fireworks? Like once Clearwell project's done, do we have an ideal area where we'd like to?
We're open to suggestions.
I mean, it's that clear zone, that is the problem. And then, you have a lot of residential around, so there really are very few city-owned parcels. So then we have to depend on private landowners and, that's not a sure thing.
And even the problem is even if we moved it a little bit further down Michiga's beach, you still have to be within 450 feet or more to those residences. So you still have residences that are going to be within that 450-foot safety zone.
Okay.
So that's why having it right behind the water treatment plant was ideal because there was no houses or anything. So we could shut down the public parks. But once you move it south or you move it north, now you got to worry about other buildings that we don't have control over private residences.
Tricky.
Yes.
We have a discussion come up eventually with the New Year's Eve. They were sitting there talking about fireworks. I'm sure when it comes up, we should be discussing that one. Because they were talking about being over the river, and I'm
Right.
concerned about that one.
We'll deal with that when we get to it, but we're working on that right now. It looks like we'll be okay with that.
Didn't want to discuss it now.
Okay. Are there any other questions or concerns for Chief Edmonds?
My only one is the July 3rd versus July 4th. I know that's come up. Is that just because of the company we're going with? Is that
All the companies are booked on the
all
4th.
the companies are booked?
So to try and get on the 4th,
Huh?
basically it's going to take somebody to void their vacancy on the 4th because they only have so many shooters.
Is it repetitive each year?
Yeah.
Okay, so whoever has the first position will always have the first position.
Right. That's why when we had Wolverine, we were like one of the first customers with Wolverine. So we're able to secure the 4th and maintain it as long as we maintain the contract. So basically with this new company, unless he hires more shooters, he really can't give us the 4th.
What is Wolverine?
Because we had some contractual obligations.
Got it.
So that's probably a polite way to put it.
Tricky. Again.
Yes.
So do they if they know that we want to have it on the 4th, do we go on a waiting list?
Yeah, we are. Yeah. The more business we do with them, I'm sure it's going to be sooner than later that we'll be able to go to the 4th if that's what we choose to do.
Okay.
I will tell you, it's more convenient for us to have it on the 3rd because of all the overtime and the staffing and all that stuff. So from that standpoint,
Have we had that much backlash or complaints about the 3rd?
Just, I've heard some stuff out, both ways. Like some people like it on the 3rd, some like it on the 4th.
Honestly, for like a family with young kids, it was so nice because we didn't have to get them up in the morning for the parade and then make them last all day. It worked out.
It depends on when the third and the fourth fall. I mean, it's on a Friday night this year, so that's nice for, if people do have the weekend off.
Right.
I don't know that you'll ever please everybody.
Oh, for sure.
There's a lot of people like the third now that we've done it.
Right.
There's other people that like the fourth because it's traditional. So
Right. Oh, we still have the parade, so
we do.
all things good.
It's a celebration for both days.
Exactly.
So there's a recommended motion. One wants to make it.
Yeah.
So I recommend that we approve the agreement with Small Town Saturday Night Fireworks for $25,000 for July 3rd, 2026. Community display and authorize City Manager Rachel Smolinski to sign the agreement.
Second.
So the mayor made the motion, seconded by Bridget, to approve the agreement with Small Town Saturday Night Fireworks for $25,000 for July 3rd, 2026, community display, and authorize City Manager Rachel Smolinski to sign the agreement. Any discussion?
Mayor Johnson.
Aye.
Councilmember Mitchell.
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Walczak.
Aye.
Councilmember Courier. And Councilmember Hollingshead.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Anybody want to make the motion to adjourn to closed session?
I move that we adjourn to closed session
Second.
To discuss.
to discuss
A and B.
A and B, which are an update regarding proposed litigation with the Alpena Prototype Biorefinery LLC, American Process Incorporated, and Grandville LLC, and to discuss a water and sewer litigation update. Bridget,
Yes, I will go ahead and support that as
thank you, Bridget.
Mayor Pro Tem made the motion, supported by Bridget, to adjourn to closed session to A, discuss the update regarding proposed litigation with Alpena Prototype Biorefinery LLC, American Process Inc., and Grandville LLC, and B, to discuss a water and sewer litigation update.
Councilmember Mitchell.
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Walczak.
Aye.
Councilmember Courier.
Aye.
Councilmember Hollingshead.
Aye.
Mayor Johnson. Motion carried.
What if I had said nay just for fun?
This conference will now be recorded.
What's that?
That's could be public.
We have no further business before City Council this evening, so I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I move we adjourn.
And
Third.